Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is Well Red Beard, and it is a damn fine day to talk about a book. And today we are here for a book review, and we are going to talk about, yeah, fuck, yeah, Fantastic Orgy by Carlton Mellick III. I don't really know. Well, I mean, I have been going into somewhat of a Mellick dive, trying to read some of his work. I mean, I've told you the story before, but in case you haven't heard it, I ran across this book at a half price books and I laughed. I had never seen it. I mean, I had read some Bizarro, but I didn't know that this shit existed. And I made a tweet about it back when I was on Twitter. Eh, I was like, "Hey, should I pick this one up? Should I read it?" And I've left it on the shelf and left. And of course, the feedback was like, "Yeah, you got to read Mellick. It's hilarious. It's this, it's that, it's whatever." So, uh, I got a book of his. I had to keep holding this one up because I want this one to be the one that YouTube picks up on that I'm actually reviewing. But I got one of his books in a lot of stuff I bought on eBay. It was this one. It was my first read. No, actually, it wasn't that one. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Not really. It was this one. That's the first one I read. And I liked it. I mean, I high 3 star liked it, middle of the road 3 star liked it, better than the rest of these 3 star liked it anyway. And so I was like, these are fun, they're quick, they're great palate cleansers. Like if I'm reading a couple of, to sandwich these in between some difficult books, or some harder to read books or whatever. Difficult means the same thing as harder to read, so I don't know why I said it two different ways, but you get what I'm saying. So I started down this path of occasionally picking up some Mellick and reading it. So I've done 5. I've done them all in the last 3-4 months, and the ones that I have done, and this is in order, I think. Let me see here. I don't know if this is in order, but let's say. Anyway, they're all kind of interchangeable. That's the point I'm trying to get to. They're all fun and quick reads, page turners, but they're all absurd. They're bizarre. It's bizarro, and it just spirals. I mean, they start out with a bizarre, absurd concept, and the absurdity just ratchets up the whole time you read them. But my first one is still my favorite, which I think this one kind of maybe slipping into the second spot, and I'll tell you why. But so I've read this one. Every time we meet at Dairy Queen, your whole fucking face explodes. Haunted Vagina. Um, you always try to kill me in your dreams, and Sweet Story. And now I have read Fantastic Orgy. This one is short stories. It's 5 different stories, which I think has a lot to do with my liking of it. I mean, I'm still in the 3 star range on it. It didn't blow my mind or anything like that. And I'm not sure what he's going to have to do that, because at the end of the day, I guess I enjoy reading stupidity. I just don't more than 3 star enjoy reading. Stupidity is a bad word. I didn't mean that. I mean absurdity. I mean, I think that's okay. We all know that that's kind of what this shit is. But this is 5 stories. Candy Coated, Ear Cat, Fantastic Orgy, City of Hobgoblins, Porno in August. I mean, my favorite in here is probably, I mean, it's either Ear Cat or Fantastic Orgy, but let's talk about these. Candy Coated, our main character is this buff dude, always trying to pick up the ladies, and because he says the word ladies, then every time it's said in the story, we gotta say ladies. But he's a buff dude, not really, of course, good with the girls, but he thinks he looks good. But the problem is he's got a candy coated head. He's got like a lollipop head, and for whatever reason, the particular flavor of his lollipop head is the favorite of bikers. So he's always followed around by this group of bearded, burly bikers that will just steal a lick anytime they get the opportunity. Winds up at this cheese tasting event because, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't a candy coated, muscle bound guy trying to get with the ladies go to a cheese tasting event? And it just comes to a head with him meeting a girl there who also wants to lick the shit out of him, and the bikers getting in on it. And yeah, so see what I mean by absurdity and just spiraling absurdity. Earcat. It is post-apocalyptic, dystopian, whatever you will. Our main character is agoraphobic, but it's okay because like 95% of the population is also agoraphobic. And, we all rely on home deliveries of everything. Like Amazon Prime will bring you anything, and she's a collector of antique lamps. She's a collector of brass horns, instruments. Hold on for a second. Let me see what that is. And she's in the Cat of the Month Club, and she gets these odd, like boutique style modified cats once a month. They generally only last a month, and when they're done, they become these cute little stuffed animals. But she gets one that's an ear cat, like fucking human ears all over it. Gets earwax all of her furniture, and it's just this weird thing. And then the cats don't die, and the deliveries stop coming, and she has to go out in a world that has basically gone to shit because no one uses the roads. Why keep them up? You get what I'm saying, but it's this odd, absurd dystopia, and I liked it. I mean, as far as the stories in the book go, like I said, it was either my top or my second top. I don't know, but so now we're going to talk about Fantastic Orgy, the title track, and in it, a guy goes to a club, a sex club, a swingers club, whatever you want to call it, a sex party. And, in this one, they're going there to exchange STDs, but STDs aren't what we think of them. They are more like superpowers. Like as an STD I mean, maybe not superpowers. Well, some of them are, but you get what I'm saying. They're like designer, STDs. But he's after one particular one because he wants to be able to satisfy his girlfriend, and he thinks if he gets this STD that he has a better chance of satisfying his girlfriend. So he's going out to have sex with a stranger, but for his girlfriend's benefit. Right? Okay. So, but things spiral out of control as they do, and this just group of people get this group of STDs and just turn them into fucking psycho killers. Okay. And so our main character and a bunch of other people are trapped in a room trying to keep the psycho killer, rabid monsters out. And they decide the only way that they can get out of the situation is to share their STDs with each other. So then they they have you can read it, a fantastic orgy. And because they've all now got these STDs, this group of powers, they're able to get out and eventually are sent to an island where they can live in, STD heaven, for the rest of their happy ever after. That's Fantastic Orgy. All right. I mean, again, as the stories go, I liked it. My least favorite story in the book is the fourth one, City Hobgoblins. And we're a band. We're like trapped in our apartment, trying to practice, but we can't really practice because there's hobgoblins out on the street, monsters. I envisioned, I Am Legend with the monsters coming every night. I'm sorry, Richard Matheson, for mentioning, you here, but anyway, but there's day hobgoblins, there's night hobgoblins. One of our band members he wants to have sex with hobgoblins, as many as possible, and escalating in their extremity of their hobgoblin-y deformity or whatever, and ends up bringing home a shark woman, a woman that looked like a shark, and yeah, I mean, you get it. This spirals, but Carlton definitely has a thing for sharks, because sharks come back up in the next story. All right, so the last one in the book is called Porno in August, and I liked the premise. I mean, as much as one would like the premise of a story called Porno in August. I mean, 11 people were dropped off in the middle of the ocean for this porn that's going to be filmed avant-garde on location in the ocean. And yeah, they're left there. The crew never shows up. The director never shows up on the. Well, he does eventually, but we're talking a month, like days and days and days, and then it goes into a month, and they're surviving off of jellyfish that are floating around them. And then they start to die, and when they die, we realize that the humans in the story also have an odd biological makeup that I don't know. I don't know why, where, what. I don't I don't know. But and then of course there's a shark involved, and there's sex with the shark involved, which again, 2 stories in a row with shark sex, Mellick. Yeah. So it was fun. It was fun. It's short. It's 100 pages. Yeah, but I don't know how much further I'm going to continue down this road. I have a couple other of Mellick's books, but I might need a break from the guy that I read as a break from. Anyway, fantastic orgy, Carlton Mellick the third, somewhere in the 3-star range. It was fun. Yeah, this has been Well Read Beard. This is my review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying all your books as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn books.